Have you ever looked at someone your age who still seems full of energy and wondered what they're doing differently? It may not be about expensive supplements or strict diets. Sometimes the biggest difference comes from small daily habits that quietly support your body year after year. I'm Dr. Muaz, and today I'd like to share something many people overlook. Every single day, your body's cells face stress from normal aging, pollution, sunlight, and even the process of turning food into energy. Scientists call part of this oxidative stress. In simple terms, it means unstable molecules can gradually damage healthy cells if your body's natural defenses can't keep up. The good news is that your body already has remarkable systems designed to protect itself. And while no drink can stop aging or prevent disease on its own, certain everyday beverages contain nutrients and plant compounds that may help support those natural defenses when they're part of an overall healthy lifestyle. This is an important distinction. There are no miracle drinks. If someone promises that one beverage can erase years of damage or cure serious illnesses, be very cautious. Real health is built through consistent habits, not quick fixes. One of the biggest surprises researchers have discovered over the past several years is that what you drink throughout the day can contribute much more than hydration. Some beverages provide natural antioxidants. Others may help reduce inflammation, support healthy blood vessels, or encourage better metabolic health. Together, these effects may help your body age more gracefully. But there's another reason this conversation matters after the age of 60. As we grow older, our natural antioxidant defenses become less efficient. Muscle mass gradually declines. Our immune system changes. Recovery from illness often takes longer. Even our cells repair themselves more slowly than they once did. That's why simple daily choices become increasingly important, not because they reverse aging, but because they can support your body's ability to adapt. Many of my older patients tell me the same thing. I don't want to chase every new health trend. I just want to know what actually makes sense. I completely understand that feeling. The internet is full of confusing advice. One day coffee is praised. The next day it's criticized. One article says fruit juice is wonderful. Another says to avoid it completely. It's enough to make anyone give up trying. That's exactly why today's discussion focuses on evidence instead of hype. We'll look at drinks that have been studied for their nutritional value and potential health benefits, while also being honest about their limitations. Science rarely deals in absolutes, and that's actually a good thing. Honest medicine is based on balance. As we go through these drinks, remember that your overall eating pattern, regular physical activity, good sleep, stress management, and routine medical care still matter far more than any single beverage ever could. Think of these drinks as helpful teammates, not superheroes. The first one may already be sitting in your kitchen, but many people don't prepare it in a way that allows them to enjoy its full nutritional potential. Green tea has been enjoyed for centuries, long before scientists had the technology to study what was inside each leaf. Today, researchers know that green tea naturally contains compounds called catechins. One of the best studied is EGCG, a plant antioxidant that has attracted attention because of its ability to help protect cells from oxidative stress in laboratory research. Now, it's important to keep expectations realistic. Most of the exciting findings about EGCG come from laboratory and animal studies. Human studies are more complex, and results are sometimes mixed. That doesn't mean green tea isn't healthy. It simply reminds us that living human beings are much more complicated than cells in a laboratory dish. Large population studies suggest that people who regularly drink unsweetened green tea often have better overall health patterns, especially when it's part of a balanced lifestyle. Researchers continue studying whether green tea contributes to heart health, brain health, and healthy aging, but no single drink should ever be viewed as a guarantee. One simple way to make green tea more enjoyable is by adding a squeeze of fresh lemon. Besides adding flavor, vitamin C from lemon may help stabilize some of the tea's beneficial plant compounds during digestion. While the exact amount of improvement varies, it's an easy habit that also encourages many people to drink tea without adding sugar. Some people also enjoy adding a few thin slices of fresh ginger. Ginger has been studied for its natural anti-inflammatory properties and may help soothe the stomach in some individuals. If you experience frequent nausea or digestive discomfort, ginger is worth discussing with your healthcare provider especially if you're taking blood-thinning medications, because ginger may not be appropriate for everyone. One more tip that many people don't realize: green tea does contain caffeine, although usually much less than coffee. If caffeine keeps you awake at night, enjoy it earlier in the day rather than with dinner. Good sleep is one of the most powerful tools your body has for repairing itself, and no healthy drink should interfere with that. Small choices like these may seem insignificant on a single day, but when repeated hundreds of times over months and years, they become part of a lifestyle that supports healthy aging from the inside out. There is another drink that often surprises people because it has been surrounded by mixed headlines for years. Some people avoid it completely, believing it must be unhealthy. Others drink several large cups every day without giving it much thought. I'm talking about coffee. The truth is much more balanced than many of us were led to believe. Over the past decade, large population studies have found that moderate coffee consumption is generally associated with a lower risk of several chronic diseases in many adults. Researchers have also observed links with healthier aging in some populations. However, it's important to remember that these are associations. They don't prove that coffee itself is the reason people live longer or stay healthier. Coffee naturally contains hundreds of plant compounds, including polyphenols, which have antioxidant properties. These compounds may help your body deal with oxidative stress while also supporting normal inflammatory responses. For many adults over 60, 1 or 2 cups of plain coffee each day can fit comfortably into a healthy eating pattern. The key words are plain and moderate. A simple cup of coffee is very different from a large specialty drink loaded with flavored syrups, whipped cream, and enough sugar to equal several desserts. Those added ingredients can quickly turn a potentially healthy beverage into one that contributes excess calories and blood sugar spikes. If you enjoy coffee, try gradually reducing added sugar instead of stopping all at once. Many people discover that after a few weeks, they begin appreciating the natural flavor of the coffee itself. Of course, coffee isn't the right choice for everyone. Some people experience heart palpitations, anxiety, stomach irritation, or difficulty sleeping after drinking caffeine. Others have medical conditions or take medications that require limiting caffeine intake. If that's your situation, don't force yourself to drink coffee simply because someone on the internet called it healthy. Healthy aging is never about copying someone else's routine. It's about finding habits your own body tolerates well and that you can maintain for years. Now here's something many people never think about. The beverage itself isn't always the biggest issue. What you drink with it often matters just as much. A breakfast consisting of a sugary pastry and sweet coffee creates a completely different nutritional picture than coffee if enjoyed alongside oatmeal, Greek yogurt, berries, or eggs. Context matters. Your body responds to overall patterns, not isolated moments. That brings us to another drink that deserves far more attention than it usually receives: plain water. It may sound almost too simple to include on this list, but dehydration becomes much more common as we age. Many older adults don't feel thirsty until they're already mildly dehydrated. At the same time, certain medications, hot weather, illness, or reduced mobility can make staying hydrated even more difficult. Even mild dehydration can contribute to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, constipation, confusion, and reduced physical performance. Sometimes people assume they're simply getting older, when in reality they're not drinking enough fluids throughout the day. Water supports nearly every system in your body. It helps transport nutrients. It supports healthy circulation. It assists your kidneys in removing waste products. It helps regulate body temperature. It even plays an important role in maintaining healthy skin and joints. While water itself isn't an antioxidant drink, it allows countless healthy processes inside your body to function efficiently. If plain water feels boring, you don't have to force yourself to struggle through it. Adding slices of lemon, cucumber, orange, fresh mint, or a few berries can provide gentle flavor without relying on added sugars. Some people enjoy sparkling water instead of still water. That's perfectly fine for many individuals, provided it doesn't contain large amounts of added sugar. One helpful strategy is to build hydration into your routine instead of waiting until you feel thirsty. Drink a glass of water after waking up. Have another with each meal. Keep a reusable bottle nearby when reading, gardening, or watching television. These small routines often work much better than trying to drink several large glasses all at once. And while we're talking about hydration, here's another important reminder. Not every colorful bottle marketed as a health drink deserves a place in your refrigerator. Many products advertised as antioxidant beverages contain surprising amounts of added sugar. Some contain as much sugar as soft drinks while creating the impression that they're healthy simply because fruit appears on the label. That's why reading the nutrition label becomes one of the healthiest habits you can develop. The fewer unnecessary ingredients, the better. Often, the healthiest drink isn't the one with the fanciest packaging. It's the simple one that's been quietly supporting good health all along. One drink that deserves much more attention as we get older isn't trendy, expensive, or difficult to find. In fact, you can make it at home with just a handful of ingredients. Yet many people overlook it because it doesn't come with flashy advertising. I'm talking about vegetable juice. Now, I don't mean the highly salted canned versions or drinks loaded with fruit concentrates. I'm referring to fresh or low-sodium vegetable juice made primarily from vegetables like tomatoes, carrots, celery, spinach, cucumbers, or beets. Vegetables naturally contain vitamins, minerals, and thousands of plant compounds that researchers continue to study. Many of these compounds act as antioxidants, helping your body manage the normal wear and tear that comes with daily life. One example is lycopene, a powerful antioxidant found in tomatoes. Lycopene has been widely studied for its potential role in supporting heart health and helping protect cells from oxidative stress. Interestingly, cooked tomatoes and tomato juice often make lycopene easier for your body to absorb than raw tomatoes alone. Carrots contribute beta-carotene, which your body can convert into vitamin A when needed. Vitamin A supports healthy vision, immune function, and the maintenance of normal skin and tissues. Leafy greens add nutrients like folate, vitamin K, and naturally occurring nitrates. These nitrates can help support healthy blood vessel function by improving the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that helps blood vessels relax and work efficiently. If you've never heard of nitric oxide before, think of it as one of your body's natural helpers for healthy circulation. Better circulation means oxygen and nutrients can reach tissues more effectively, something that becomes increasingly important as we age. However, there's one mistake many people make when preparing vegetable juice. They rely only on juice and stop eating whole vegetables. That's not a good trade-off. Whole vegetables provide valuable fiber, which helps support digestion, feeds healthy gut bacteria, and contributes to steadier blood sugar levels. Juice can be a helpful addition, but it shouldn't replace eating vegetables throughout the day. If you're making vegetable juice at home, try keeping some of the pulp instead of straining everything away. That simple step helps preserve more fiber while still giving you a smooth drink. And if you have kidney disease, take blood-thinning medication, or follow a special diet, it's important to ask your healthcare professional which vegetables are appropriate for you. Some vegetables are naturally high in potassium or vitamin K, and your intake may need to be adjusted based on your medical condition. Now let's move to another drink that has been gaining attention for good reason. Unsweetened cocoa. This isn't the same as sugary hot chocolate topped with marshmallows. Pure cocoa powder contains naturally occurring flavonols, which are plant compounds that have been studied for their effects on blood vessel health and circulation. Some clinical studies suggest that cocoa flavonols may support healthy blood flow and help maintain normal blood vessel function. Researchers are also exploring their possible role in supporting certain aspects of memory and thinking as people grow older. While more research continues, the evidence is encouraging enough that many nutrition experts consider unsweetened cocoa a reasonable part of a balanced diet. Preparing it is simple. Mix unsweetened cocoa powder into warm low-fat milk or an unsweetened fortified plant-based milk. Add cinnamon for flavor if you enjoy it. You don't need large amounts of sugar to make it pleasant. Another option is enjoying a small square of dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa alongside your drink, instead of choosing highly processed milk chocolate. The difference is significant. Dark chocolate generally contains more cocoa solids and beneficial plant compounds, while milk chocolate often contains much more added sugar and saturated fat. Even then, moderation matters. Dark chocolate is still calorie-dense, so think of it as a small daily pleasure rather than something to eat freely. There's another reason I like this recommendation. Healthy habits should be enjoyable. If every healthy choice feels like a sacrifice, it's much harder to maintain over months and years. But when you genuinely enjoy what you're drinking, consistency becomes much easier. That's one of the biggest lessons we've learned from long-term nutrition research. People don't stay healthy because they follow perfect diets. They stay healthier because they build routines they can actually live with. And before choosing any drink because it's labeled natural, remember that natural doesn't automatically mean safe for everyone. Herbal products and concentrated extracts can interact with medications, including blood thinners, diabetes medicines, and treatments for high blood pressure. Whenever you're unsure, bring the product, or at least its ingredient list, to your next medical appointment. A short conversation with your healthcare provider can prevent unnecessary problems and help you make choices that truly support your long-term health. Sometimes, the healthiest drink isn't the one making headlines today. It's the one people have quietly enjoyed for generations without realizing just how many natural nutrients it provides. One of those drinks is hibiscus tea. If you've never tried it, hibiscus tea is made from the dried petals of the hibiscus flower. It has a deep ruby red color and a pleasantly tart flavor that many people enjoy either warm or chilled. Researchers have become increasingly interested in hibiscus because it's naturally rich in plant compounds called anthocyanins. These are the same colorful antioxidants found in foods like blueberries, blackberries, and cherries. Antioxidants help your body defend itself against oxidative stress. While they cannot stop aging, they support your body's own protective systems, which is especially valuable as we grow older. Some clinical studies have also suggested that hibiscus tea may help support healthy blood pressure in certain adults. The effect is generally modest, and it should never replace prescribed medication. But when combined with a heart-healthy lifestyle, it may be another small habit that contributes to better overall health. If you already take medicine for high blood pressure, don't suddenly add large amounts of hibiscus tea without speaking with your healthcare provider. In some people, it may enhance the blood pressure lowering effect of medication. That's why personalized advice always matters more than internet trends. Now let's talk about another drink that deserves a place on this list because it nourishes something many people rarely think about: the trillions of bacteria living inside your digestive system. These tiny organisms make up what's known as your gut microbiome. Far from being harmful, many of these bacteria help digest food, produce certain vitamins, support the immune system, and even communicate with your brain through complex biological pathways. One beverage that may support a healthy gut microbiome is kefir. Kefir is a fermented milk drink containing beneficial bacteria and yeast. Because it's fermented, many people find it easier to digest than regular milk, although that varies from person to person. Research suggests that regularly consuming fermented foods may help increase the diversity of beneficial gut bacteria. A diverse microbiome has been associated with better digestive health and may also play a role in supporting immune function. Choose plain kefir whenever possible. Many flavored versions contain large amounts of added sugar, which can work against your health goals. If the tangy taste seems unfamiliar at first, try blending a small serving with fresh berries instead of sweetened syrups. The berries add natural sweetness along with extra fiber and antioxidants. If dairy doesn't agree with you, there are also some fermented plant-based products available. Just remember to check the label to make sure they contain live cultures and aren't heavily sweetened. At this point, you may have noticed something important. None of these drinks promise miracles. None claim to erase years of aging. None guarantee you'll avoid illness. That's because real medicine doesn't make promises it can't keep. Instead, evidence points us towards something much more practical. Small, consistent habits practiced day after day often have a greater impact than dramatic changes that last only a few weeks. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't expect one brushing session to protect your teeth forever. But brushing every day for years makes an enormous difference. Healthy drinks work in a similar way. They're not about instant transformation. They're about giving your body repeated opportunities to receive nutrients that support its normal functions. Along the way, don't forget the basics that matter just as much. Stay physically active in ways that are safe for your abilities. Eat plenty of vegetables, fruits, beans, nuts, and whole grains. Include adequate protein to help preserve muscle as you age. Aim for quality sleep each night. Keep up with recommended health screenings and regular checkups. These are still the foundations of healthy aging. The beverages we've discussed simply help strengthen that foundation. There's one final drink that brings together several of these ideas in a simple, refreshing way, and it may already be growing in your kitchen or available at your local grocery store. Our final drink is one of the simplest, and for many people, one of the easiest to make part of everyday life. It's a homemade berry and yogurt smoothie. Now, before you picture a giant cafe smoothie packed with flavored syrups, ice cream, or fruit juice, that's not what I'm talking about. Those drinks can contain more sugar than a soft drink. A healthy smoothie starts with just a few wholesome ingredients: plain Greek yogurt or an unsweetened fortified yogurt alternative, a handful of berries, a splash of milk or unsweetened plant-based milk, and perhaps a spoonful of oats or chia seeds if your healthcare provider says they're appropriate for you. Why berries? Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are naturally rich in colorful plant compounds called anthocyanins. These antioxidants have been studied for their potential role in supporting healthy aging, heart health, and normal brain function. While research is still ongoing, diets rich in a variety of fruits and vegetables are consistently associated with better long-term health outcomes. Greek yogurt contributes high-quality protein, which becomes increasingly important after age 60. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. Getting enough protein, along with regular strength-building activities approved by your healthcare provider, can help support healthy muscles, balance, and independence. Adding oats provides soluble fiber, which can help support healthy cholesterol levels and keep you feeling satisfied longer. Chia seeds add healthy fats, fiber, and minerals, though even healthy ingredients should be used in reasonable portions. Notice something about this smoothie. It's not built around one superfood. Instead, several nutritious ingredients work together. That's how healthy eating usually looks in real life. Not perfection, but balance. Before we finish, I'd like to share one final thought. Many people spend years searching for the one food or drink that will change everything. The truth is both simpler and more encouraging. Your health is shaped by hundreds of ordinary choices repeated over time. Choosing water instead of a sugary drink, enjoying green tea instead of another soda, adding vegetables to your meals, taking a daily walk, getting enough sleep, keeping up with your medications as prescribed, calling your doctor when something doesn't feel right instead of ignoring symptoms. These actions may not seem dramatic on any single day, but together they create a pattern that supports healthier aging. Remember, no beverage can prevent all disease or guarantee a longer life. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, liver disease, or any other chronic condition, the best drink for you may depend on your individual medical needs. Always discuss major dietary changes with your healthcare professional, especially if you're taking prescription medications. I hope today's conversation leaves you feeling encouraged rather than overwhelmed. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with one drink. Make it a daily habit. Once that feels natural, add another healthy choice. Small steps are often the ones that last the longest, and those lasting habits are what truly support healthy aging. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found this information helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you would like this video. It helps more older adults discover trustworthy, evidence-based health information. I'd also love to hear from you. Which of these drinks do you already enjoy, and which one would you like to try first? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences may encourage someone else in our community. If you enjoy practical, science-based health advice designed especially for adults over 60, be sure to subscribe to Asterisk Doctor Muaz Senior Health and turn on notifications so you won't miss future videos. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Every healthy choice you make today is an investment in the years ahead.